In realms long forgotten, there are tales of the Forest Kingdom, a place of honour and chivalry, known to some as the Land of the Purple Dragon, but known to all as Cormyr.
Hi, I'm Theoda, and I'm playing Hiram, a half-orc paladin.
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm playing Catcher Donahue, human bard.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I'm playing Badger, a forest gnome monk.
Hi, my name is Anton, and I play Balthazar, a Warforged Cloak of Azuth.
Hi, my name is Al, and I'm playing Slate, a changeling druid.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Zombo, who is a halfling rogue/warlock.
And my name is Dan. I shall be the dungeon master on this adventure. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Evening.
Hello, DM Dan.
Hello. Hiya.
Hiya!
Everybody.
It has been a hot minute, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we had a little impromptu break.
In at least 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Um,
Is it 3 weeks?
it's been an undisclosed amount of time because this is the magic of YouTube.
It has been
Yes.
like Titanic GIF 74 years.
Precisely. But yes, here we are. We have made it. We have converged on episode 28, the finale of level 9. And yeah, last thing we saw from our heroic Warhounds, they found a mysterious room at the base of the Netherese Tower, did they not?
They did.
Yeah.
It's all squishy.
I mean,
It was
if you
very
say
squishy.
no, can we get out of the fight?
Can you wish it away?
It didn't
Yeah.
happen.
This isn't a choose your own adventure story, unfortunately.
There are no
It isn't.
But
ruby.
let's be real, it was a...
There are no ruby shoes to click together.
What? Damn it, that was my only plan.
I think it was everyone's only plan, but unfortunately, no. The dark evilness that lies at the bottom of this tower has awoken, and it has laid eyes upon you. So, without further ado, shall we get on with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yeah, it's going to be painful. We'll see.
Thousands of years ago, Netheril, the Empire of Magic, spanned great swathes of the Forgotten Realms, one of humanity's first true pinnacles of power, culture, and advancement. Driven by a lust for ever greater power, the Netherese Empire's arrogance shattered the weave, the network of magic created by Mistra which encompasses the world. As their flying cities fell from the sky and foreign powers converged like vultures, the city of Thortemthar escaped into the depths of the Shadowfell and began their fanatical worship of Shar, the Night Mother. Returning 1700 years later, the fate of Thortemthar and the shadow-infused Netherese at the end of the War of Shadows is well known. That there would be survivors and supporters of Return Netheril led by the Shadowvar is clear. But what of ancient Netheril? What dark powers and pacts might those inhabitants have courted to see their glorious empire rise again?
Oh,
You
dear.
find yourselves
You still have a chance to turn back, Dan.
You find yourselves in a peculiar room that gently pulses with light from a large pink pool ahead of you, much like that of a beating heart. A bridge spans the pool and lining the walls are a number of what appear to be almost organic-looking tubes, veins, muscle in lieu of stone or mortar or wood. Ahead of you, at the far end of the bridge, is a raised dais upon which stands a 9-foot-tall, black-skinned creature. Humanoid in nature, except for the mass of wriggling tentacles which hang from its face. At its feet lies the corpse of Katya's one-time tormentor, Ursula Boatwright. A vicious hole punched into the back of her head.
Couldn't happen to a nice person.
Atop the creature's head sits a shiny gloss black diadem studded with a number of black crystals. You know it to be the artifact which you have been searching for and has been the artifact of interest that has spurred the Cormyrian Civil War. From 4 pods on the sides of the walls, these 4 pods have opened to disgorge 4 more humanoid creatures, smaller in stature, perhaps only just over 6 feet tall, but unnervingly slender, and they turn to you with slightly glowing pinkish eyes, and you see their tentacles quiver with anticipation. The figure on the dais raises its hands as a black staff materializes in its right hand and a dark flame ignites at the head of the staff.
The feast begins,
it declares. Everyone, roll me initiative.
God damn it, man. I thought we were friends.
Oh dear. That's
What?
pretty
Oh,
good.
no,
Pretty good.
no, that is terrible. That is illegal.
Oh, I haven't got any wild shape left.
I got 8.
Yeah, no, I have very little left myself.
That is a very good point, and thank you for reminding me, El. As you, the gathered Warhounds, look upon this scene, and you realise that at this point, your actions will firmly and decisively dictate whether you live or die. You feel the surge of adrenaline build and rise up through you. You may all immediately take the benefits of a short rest.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a game changer.
Benevolent DM.
Warlock, baby.
I am taking back everything bad I said about you, Dan, in the past week.
I have a feature that uses a bonus action to regain a spell slot.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but I will use that, and I probably so I would regain a spell slot, I guess.
Okay.
I assume that Song of Rest will not apply.
No. Okay. So, with that flurry of rolls, as everyone begins regaining health and certain short rest class features, as the towering, shadowy Illithid at the dais in front of you holds its arms aloft, its voice echoing the walls, and the room itself seems to pulse to life. What do you do?
Oh no. Badger's will literally go, oh no. And probably, I think she'd probably take a sort of slightly defensive stance up on the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, can she go there?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you move up onto the bridge and you kind of look over the edge, there are no banisters. And what you notice is that beneath you is indeed a pool of what appears to be this thick, pinkish, viscous liquid with a number of lights kind of erratically kind of shining through it. And there's a horrifying moment where you peer a little bit closer and you notice that the glints of light that move around aren't necessarily all glints of light. There appear to be little things swimming around in this briny substance.
How far down is that?
It is like, if you were to fall in from the floor surrounding it, it's like just under a 5-foot drop. From where you are stood at the base of the bridge, you're probably about 5 foot above it.
Yeah. So what would I know about this pool?
Give me a nature check.
Yeah. Normal? It's only a 3.
It's gross and doesn't look like it tastes very nice.
Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Off the back of a 3?
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay, cool. And you notice 4 sets of eyes like turn to study you as you approach. And anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Katya.
Right, so I have one remaining level 3 spell slot. So, question is, everyone, do I save it for a counter spell or am I going to haste Hiram?
Save it for a kind of spell.
Save it for a counter spell?
In these situations, I feel like it's best.
I think so.
Yeah.
Be more defensive than aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we think Beastie Boy at the top there is a bit magey?
He might be a bit.
Okay.
A tad
Okay.
magey.
Ooh,
And mangy.
Yes, who I'm now referring to as Beastie Boy. I am going to draw first blood, I think, on Beastie Boy, just to sort of see how he fares. I'm exactly 60 feet away from him, I believe.
Nice.
Feel a vicious mock coming on.
Yeah, it's going to be a vicious mock, and I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to put a bit of oomph behind it. I'm going to throw it out at 2nd level, because I still have some 2nd level spell slots. So, catch
Is
it.
vicious mockery not a cantrip?
It is not, unfortunately, it's a first. Oh, Vicious Mockery is, sorry, yes, I'm doing
Yeah,
Dissonant
it's not-
Whispers.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Sorry, I got it confused there, but basically she's going to look as like,
It's a strange whisper.
Okay.
well, it's a whisper in his head, but verbally she's freaking the fudge out.
Right. Okay. So as you do that, as you launch your psychic assault at the black-skinned creature, it rolls a nat 20.
Son of a bee!
Oh boy!
And it turns its head and tilts it towards you slightly. And in your head, you hear
A feeble attempt at psionics.
She slaps him for half of 11 at least, psychically, as he tries to approach her mind, like, get out!
Okay. Cool. And he takes 5 damage. Anything else, Katya?
Yes, I will also, in classic fashion, now they are all restored, Badger, have a bardic inspiration.
Whoop! Okay. Will do.
And then, yes, that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Hiram.
Hiram is going to look at the situation and just shout at everyone, maybe we should get out of here? But he's also going to step up next to Badger and
We need
just
the diadem.
and get into a defensive stance.
Okay. So Hiram, as you make it to the base of the bridge alongside Badger, you also see this glistening pink pool. You can have a free nature check if you want to investigate it. Have a quick...
I mean, I can, but Hiram is most definitely a city boy, so I'm not sure that's going to do anything.
I've read
10.
about it.
There's definitely things swimming in there. Seems to be
goody.
So yeah, there are creatures. They seem to be almost. They look like tadpoles, actually.
Ooh, baby flares! I don't know. Ooh.
Anything else, Hiram?
No.
No.
I think I'm good.
Okay. Here he comes. Okay, so
No dodge?
That's unfortunately Emily and not me. Actually, can I just prepare an attack? Like if someone's close enough, I do want to hit them with my sword because that's way too close.
yeah, okie dokie. So you're readying an action if anything approaches you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In which case, as the two of you rush up onto the bridge, the 4 figures that have emerged from the pods just kind of seem to glide out, and the tips of their feet brush against the floor, but they don't necessarily seem to be walking, as they just kind of 2 of them float to the opposite ends of the opposite sides of the bridge, and they turn to look at you, and
Give us flowers.
you knew it was happening. One of the mind flayers like lowers its head, keeping its eyes fixed on you. Its eyes glow, and then there is a like a wave of psionic energy that flushes out towards you, catching you all. So everyone, please give me a DC 15 intelligence save as the mind flayer unleashes a mind blast.
Intelligence. It's my least good thing.
I get advantage for being unknown.
Do we have to declare inspiration before we roll, or can we?
You can use inspiration after the roll. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right.
Oof.
Close.
I got a
well.
10.
An 18.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Zumbo, you're natural 20.
I think I've done that twice now.
Oh, natural 20.
God.
Hey!
Okay, so
Badger will get the bonus for standing next to Hiram.
Badger will get the bonus for standing next to Hiram. So, top to bottom, Slate, you roll a 10, Hiram 21, Badger 17, Katya 15. That 20s from Zumbo and Drool, and
Nice.
Balthazar passes as well. Okay, so in total, though, so Slate, you take 24 psychic damage as your brain is scrambled by this mind flayers as like the reality shakes in front of it. Everyone else takes
that's-
12. Slate, you are also stunned.
Stunned. Okay.
So yeah, you are stunned, which means you miss your next turn.
Oh.
And then as that happens,
They're going to do it again, aren't they?
as that happens, the second mind flayer does the same and catches you all again. So everyone roll me another DC 15 intelligence save.
Don't like this.
Not again! Oh, it's okay.
So
Ah.
It's all right.
Balthazar makes a save.
Hey!
So everyone shout out your rolls as Balthazar rolls a 3.
17
No.
with Hiram.
20.
6 and 16 for Drool.
Okay.
23.
Okay, so Balthazar and okay, so Slate's failed, Katya's failed, and Balthazar failed. Does anyone want to use inspiration?
Don't have any.
We have inspiration.
Sorry, I should have said that adrenaline earlier. Everyone who didn't have it at the start of combat has an inspiration.
Oh,
Can,
then yeah, I do want to
Can
use
I reroll my
inspiration.
save, please?
You may reroll
Yeah.
your save.
Yes. I will.
7! Ah!
Oh.
I've got such low intelligence. This is the worst thing for me to do. Oh god.
Oh!
Wait, I only have a 25% chance of succeeding. On
Oh
this.
boy! Okay, so with the re-rolls, Katya gets a 7, Slate rolls a nat 1, and Balthazar rolls a 9. Okay, so the second Mind Flayer's Mind Blast does a total of 20 psychic damage to you 3 and 10 to everyone else.
Oh, this is going to be a short episode, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
He's taken out all the support class.
And as that happens, the other two float out and they kind of eye you warily. But you see them kind of lower their hands to their sides in an almost ritualistic manner, and you see glowing purple blades materialize above their palms as they conjure blades of psionic energy around their hands, and they turn to they look to you warily. Zumbo, what do you do?
Yeah. So Betty is going to. It's bonus action. Betty is going to glare at this one here. So that is a hex spell, and then she's going to spit out some balls of water into his hand, which he's going to start lobbing at the same mind flayer.
Okay, sorry, which one again? Sorry,
This one on the left here.
far left. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I figure try and kill the ones that haven't used their mind blasty things.
Okay.
So 21 for the first one.
That is it.
I think I just have 2 beams at the moment, so I'll try it again. 14 for the second.
The 21 hits, the 14 misses.
Okay, not to worry. So that was 10. 10 from the blast, and then an extra 6 from the hex.
Okay.
It's also going to have disadvantage on strength saving throws, or strength checks, I think it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
In which case, as Betty spoots out some water, it strikes a mind flayer, and its tentacles kind of whip around as the water kind of arcs across it. Anything else?
He is just going to move back a bit, I think, and come to stand next to Balthazar. And that's me.
Okay. Slate, as you just kind of like your brain, all you can hear in your head is a high-pitched whine. You miss your turn, but if I could have a intelligence save at the end of your turn, please. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And as you try to shake it free, the high-pitched whine stays, and you are still stunned. As that happens, like those of you who are kind of cognate, as you look around and you can see 3 of your number kind of rolling about, clutching their heads, the dark-skinned figure on the dais levitates up, rotates, and moves backwards onto the dais, and you see it lift up through a hole in the ceiling, and it disappears to a different part of it just leaves the room through a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, we didn't like him
Can we
anyways.
go back?
So
Can we follow?
And with that done, Draw.
Drool is
Gonna be careful.
He is
Drew's
be
gonna
careful.
hang back.
So we can
go
run.
Go bite something.
I don't think we can run anywhere. We're on a floating island.
That's true.
We will make do.
Could we lure them out into the room with the ghosty lady in it, and maybe she'll eat them?
She can talk them to death.
Sorry, Dan, I forgot to say that this mind flare would have been pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, cool. I'll push him back.
Drool is literally just out of range to attack one of them. He's going to hold his action then.
Don't get eaten, Drew.
Okay, as Drool runs at the mind flayer, the mind flayer sees you coming, it throws a hand out towards Drool. 14 versus Drool's AC.
That is a miss.
Okay, and one of the blades around the mind flayer's hand, it kind of flings off almost like a dart, but it just misses Drool as Drool kind of skitters out the way. Anything else, Drool?
As I said, he'll hold his action.
Okay, Balthazar. You have a high-pitched whine in your head, so if I can have
I am stunned.
an intelligence save, please. You roll a 5, so you as the psychic turmoil racks your brain or racks your insides.
Cool.
Okay. At the top of round,
Badger.
What do you do?
As a bonus action, Badger's gonna cast Water Whip.
Yeah.
So that is gonna be a dexterity save for the dude that Drool is running at.
Sure. Just in case it matters, bear in mind that these guys are all floating.
It's got a 30-foot reach.
Yeah, that's cool. They're floating 5 foot above the ground.
Yeah. Oh, does that? Yeah, that's fine.
If it matters, yeah.
It's fine.
Speaking of which, sorry, begging pardon, just to roll back. Zumbo, the one that you shot with Betty, it manages to hold its concentration and is still levitating. Cool. So Water Whip against the Mind Flayer Badger. That is a dexterity save. It fails.
It fails its dexterity save, so I'm going to spend an extra key point to do another d10 of damage. So that is an extra 4, so it's 13 damage, bludgeoning damage to the Mind Flayer, and I know it's floating, but I can either pull it closer to me or knock it prone. Like, can I knock it? Can I whip it to the ground, please?
You can indeed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so in front of Drool, the water wraps around the Mind Flayer, and with a yank, you pull the squiddy horror to the ground.
That is my bonus action.
Okay.
For my action.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll just pile on with Drill. We'll tag team this one mind.
Jump on his back so you could like punch over the top of Drool. And Drill's like,
that would be quite fun. So let's see. Could I leap over to the edge and then kind of get to over here and then do some fiery fists maybe?
Okay. So as you leap and kind of conjure the whip and pull him down, you land as fire envelops your other fist.
Yeah. Do I want to do fire fists or do I want to do my quarterstaff? Like,
or that, yeah.
He did. I probably would use my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Few hands. 19 to hit.
Roll advantage because you've got.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'll do it again normally.
That's a
crit. Is this a crit? Good thinking. So that is 10 bludgeoning damage, and I'll do it again.
Okay.
With advantage. It's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Go on.
That is not as much. I did way less than that. So I did 13 with the water whip. I did 10 with the crit and 6 with the normal hit.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just quickly. So your water whip. It passes its concentration. Your first attack. It passes its concentration, and your second attack it fails. Okay, so it lands and it loses concentration on its levitation and it's now grounded. And it like its tentacles flap angrily towards you. Anything else, Badger?
Squid. Nasty squid. That's it.
Okay, Katya.
saving throw. Yes.
Pass. Okay, so
And how?
as you kind of have that sort of like that noise. Tell you what, because you rolled a crit, you using your psionic power, you manage to kind of push out the noise, and you can have your turn now.
Hey! I think she's going to step forward. She's going to step forward. At that point, shake it off, look to the Mind Flayer here, and she's just like, my turn.
Ooh.
And hit him with a Dissonant Whisper. It's only at level 1 this time, but she's going to basically send out her own psychic wave.
Okay. So, as you fire a Sonic Blast back at the Mind Flayers, it will roll with advantage.
Ooh.
And rolls a 22.
Dear.
As it's buffeted by the Psychic Blast, but doesn't seem as affected by it as you would hope. For 9 damage, which drops down to 4 damage. Okay.
TM. Well, throwing psychic resistant creatures when you know you have a member in your team with psychic abilities.
Not psychic,
Again,
just all magic.
I thought we were friends.
I've gone well up and beyond that. It's just all magic. They're resistant to, actually. Anything else, Katya?
Well, if I have all my turn, there's another person who can do with a Bardic Inspiration. Why, Hiram, have one.
Nice.
Thanks.
Okay,
then
Hiram
that's my
is
turn, yes.
powered up. Cool. After Katya then is Hiram.
So first things first, I am gonna do a Channel Divinity
Yeah.
and turn the tide. So anyone with half or less than the hit points,
Yeah.
please have 4 hit points.
No, plus your charisma mod, so 7.
Isn't it plus? Oh, perfect.
Is that not
7.
accounted for? Okay.
It's not accounted for now.
Okay.
That's
Excellent.
fine.
I am definitely under
Do you want to
half.
save that for later?
Thank you.
Until that?
No, I think with Slade and Katya, I think it's time.
So all of us within 30 feet can get that, can we?
Yeah. Also,
Cool.
where was I? It's here. I'm gonna move here and then here.
Okay.
And
So
then
as
I'm
you move
going
up towards the mind flay, it kind of brings up this gnarled, clawed hand towards you, slightly
Can I-
webbed.
No. Cut it off. Cut it off. So I'm going to stab it.
Mm-hmm.
26 for the first
You
attack.
get advantage because it's on the floor, just in case.
Okay. I'm still gonna say
26 hits.
26. So he takes 10 damage, and then second attack. Can I do second attack even with a bonus action? Yes.
Yeah.
And 16.
Here's a hit.
Okay. And that's a 13.
With advantage, just in case, actually.
That was
Oh,
not
you've
one.
already rolled it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I just natural one for the second one, so
Okay, so as you run in, it brings a hand up and kind of shields itself. And as you bring Argentis down, it kind of starts carving through this kind of semi-organic looking breastplate that this creature is wearing.
very weird question.
Yes.
As I am hacking, I assume because he brought up a hand, that's the first thing I go for.
Sure.
Can I cut in a way to sort of bat a part of him into the pool where the babies are? Just to see what happens?
Are you hoping they're piranha babies?
I don't know what I'm hoping for, I'm just curious.
I'm hoping they're piranha babies.
You knock the like as the mind flay kind of lifts its hand up as you approach. The first swing from Argentis lops off like 2.5 of its fingers. And as they bloop, bloop, bloop into the pool, you see these creatures that look. They look like small kind of worms with circular squid-like mouths, and you see them kind of swim up and start nibbling away at the fingers as they descend into the slime.
Oh, they nasty.
Oh, they are piranha babies!
Yes. Okay,
Badass.
I know what to do.
Lovely.
Man player's going for a swim.
Anything
know
else?
what to do.
Anything else,
No.
Hira?
No, I know I'm done.
Okay. First things first. Sensing one of its brood is in trouble, the mind flayer on the far side
No.
swoops over and
No.
kind of levitates up onto the bridge. Let's say there.
No.
And
Oh, no.
its eyes illuminate as it blasts Hiram and Badger and Drool with another Mind Blast. Hiram passes, Badger passes, and Drool passes. Okay. So none of you are stunned, and you take 10 psychic damage each.
Phew.
The Mind Flayer on the floor rolls away from the pool,
Oh my god, the image of that.
looks and then looks up to you,
Yeah.
and
Realizes that Badger is super cute and adorable and falls in love instantly.
no. Looks
that.
delicious. Badger looks delicious.
Okay.
Like a starter.
Fires a Mind Blast at the two of you from the ground, catching all of the Warhounds a third time.
This is getting really
Oh,
boring.
finally.
man.
I critted.
Hey.
Whoever's critted.
Okay, so Badger and Hiram, yeah, you both crit. Zumbo fails. Drool fails.
I'm going to use my inspiration if that's alright to roll again.
Zumbo passes. Katya passes.
Did I roll? Did it roll? Did it do the thing? No, I don't think it did.
Does
Can you roll for
Drew
me?
also get inspiration? Like at the start?
No.
Good save.
I'll roll for you, Balthazar.
Yeah.
15. Okay, so everyone except Drool passes. So Drool takes 23. Everyone else
Draw's
takes
down.
11.
Oops. Oh, 5.
So Drool drops down as he's bombarded by psychic energies.
This isn't good.
The Mind Flayers at the back like psychic blades emerge from their hands, and one of them fires, like hurls one at Hiram. 23 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
for 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
The other one floats up onto the bridge and sees the meddlesome psionic. Yes, Carl?
Sorry, Hiram, how much did that hit by?
Too much.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Too much being.
5.
I
Oh,
could
very-
try a cutting words.
No, I think hold on to that one.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, the Mind Flayer looks at the meddlesome psionic and flings a psychic blade at her for 9. So which is a miss.
Yeah.
Then so that Mind Flayer is recharged, and then this one fails. Okay, cool. Zumbo. what do you do?
Yeah, okay. So he's gonna dart out of cover.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Okay, 20.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
Eldritch Blast.
you know it's coming. Okay, so he's fairly happy there. He's
Can you
gonna.
knock them into the pool.
Yes, that is the plan. So this one here,
Yeah.
directly away from me. Hopefully he'll be knocked into the pool. So he's gonna. Bessie's gonna spit some more balls of water into his hands. He's going, "Oi, ugly, catch!" And he'll some more Eldritch Blasts.
So the one you're shooting at, is that the one you hexed?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Okay, and then that's I rolled a d6. I think I probably have to roll it fresh every time.
Yep.
Okay, so 12 force damage on that one, and he's
Oh.
knocked 10 feet into the pool.
Well, so he's not 10 feet back, but what he will do, because he's levitating,
Yeah.
is take a...
Concentration.
Oh,
Oh man.
Okay, he's blown back 10 feet, but the levitation kind of keeps him... He kind of hovers gently over the pool and then turns to look at you.
yeah, no worries. Okay, I'm gonna hit him again, I think, because I'll
Alright.
get extra damage against him.
Yeah.
19.
That is a hit.
Okay, lovely. So 12 plus another d6. 15 damage on.
15. Okay, very
Solid.
nice.
That's
Um,
force, right? That's force damage.
That is force, yeah.
damage. And he passes his second concentration, so he maintains his levitation.
No worries. Okay, and then I'm going to drop a... Betty's going to wiggle her tentacles, and we're going to have a watery tentacle. Let's go. I've got 10-foot reach, so can I go there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then I'm not
Cool.
in Hiram's way.
So your tentacle materializes alongside Drool, but behind Drool and Hiram and Badger.
Sure. Okay, so that'll reach over Badger's head and try and whack the one on the ground.
Okay. So it's on the floor, so roll with advantage.
Okay, well, 24, but I'll roll it again in case it's a crit. Nope.
Consistent.
That's pretty good, though. Shouldn't complain about that. Okay, so 8 cold damage.
8
Ooh.
cold. Okay. And that one's already lost levitation. Okay, cool. So
that's
this
cool.
tentacle, bam, kind of slams down on the Mind Flayer, which is just kind of flailing to try and ward off your attacks. Anything else, Zumbo?
Slowed by 10 feet, if that matters.
Okay. I don't think it will, but cool. Okay. Slate, as you kind of hear the noise in your head, you're shaken, like you fall to one knee, as does like everyone else. Your world starts shaking, and it seems like the whole room it shudders, and starts kind of vibrating and shaking quite violently. And those of you who are more perceptive, you can hear the sounds of... It sounds like tumbling rock. Yes, Slate, your turn's nice and easy. If I could have an intelligence DC 15 save, please.
See what we can do. Yay!
Hey! Okay, so as as the world shakes and you kind of hear the noise of the vibrations, kind of they pierce through, drown out the high pitched squeal in your head, and you are like your world becomes clear. Your vision stops being blurry and disorientated. But yeah, you're back up. Draw, death save, please.
Yeah.
True.
Oh.
It's okay.
That is a first pass. Balthazar, as you are shaken around by the vibrations, if I can have intelligence save, please.
You'll have to roll it for me, I think.
Yep, no worries.
What do we get?
That is a 19.
Oh my god!
Okay, so yeah,
I'm gonna get blasted next turn, and then we'll be restunned, and then I see this.
Absolutely. So yeah, the shaking also frees you of the mind blast.
But it happened at the end of my turn, correct?
End of your turn, correct.
All right. Gotcha. All right. Cool.
Badger.
Right. Gonna whack this dude on the ground.
Yeah.
With my my stick. So let's hit him with advantage. He's still down, is he?
He is still down. Yep.
17 to hit. 6 damage.
I don't know why he's down, but he is.
No, he didn't get up.
I think he just because he tried to roll to get away.
He rolled
from
off.
Yeah, 6 damage. Okay, and as you swing your quarterstaff, you hit the bulb on the side of its head. It's like this kind of fleshy sack, and it pops under the blow, and like this kind of dark red viscera slides, like bursts out across his shoulder like a popped zit.
Gorgeous. Okay,
Lovely.
and one more.
That's
21 to hit. 10 damage.
Okay, and as you bring the staff around the other way, you catch it on the other side of the head, and you hear it as its neck snaps.
Cool. And then I'm gonna see what I can do about this guy over here. It's time for
Bed is
another
laying down
water
some
whip.
pain.
Another water whip. It is time. Please, may I have a dex save from this guy
On the
left
bridge.
here.
Okay, so as you whip up to the bridge, the Mind Flayer hovering above it, he fails.
He fails. So
Say he.
I'm gonna. Can I do him at a bit? I can't really do it at an angle, can I? Unless he's raised up a bit by the bridge, I could.
Well,
kind of whip him
at
down
that
towards
point,
the water.
he's about 10 feet plus 5. He's about 15 feet above you.
Yeah, so if I bring him in a downward trajectory, can I get him into the water just in front of me?
You can pull him. Well, if he fails his con save.
Sure. Let's see.
Sure. So how much damage?
It is going to be just 4 damage for him.
That might be
I'm
all
not
you
throwing
need.
another key.
Okay. So as you whip around the Mind Flayer's torso and yank him towards you,
Yeah. He
it
passes.
kind of swoops down towards the surface of the pool, but he kind of forces his hands down and stops just above the bubbling surface.
It's fine. I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to reposition. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, done.
Katya.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste that 3rd level spell slot for a mass healing word.
It's not a waste. It's a very good use of the spell slot.
On Hiram, on Drool, on Badger, on Slate,
Thank you.
On you.
on me, and I
That's
have 1,
five.
2, 3,
That's
4,
five.
and because I can see Zumbo, but I can't see Balthazar, so it will be Zumbo as well. Is it? I mean,
You can see.
yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Cool. So everyone but Balthazar gains 7 hit points.
Thanks, Katya.
Cool. Thank
Right.
you.
You're welcome. Now that was my bonus action. I can still do a cantrip, can't I?
Yes, correct.
Excellent. I think what I'm going to do is look at Mr. Floaty Pants here. And she focuses on him and tries to pierce his mind with a mind slither.
Very good.
Okay. So as you fire another psychic bolt at the Mind Flayer. He rolls a 17, which is just a pass.
It is, unfortunately.
Darn it.
I was hoping for that subtraction on the saving throw. I've got nothing I can do against that saving throw. Oh well, he doesn't even take damage for it, so.
Okay. Hiram.
Right.
Badger has just kind of wrenched one of the Mind Flayers towards you, and it's kind of hovering. It's teetering above the surface of the briny pool. The other two are kind of looking at you like eyes dimming from the Mind Blast.
A bit far away, isn't he? The one above the pool.
It'd be a stretch.
10 foot from you, isn't he?
However, hold on. Let me do a bit of
Could get
counting.
there.
I can. That's exactly what I was measuring. So if I go here.
Okay, so as you scoot round past Badger up onto the bridge.
Yeah. and
now
it's
the Mind
5 feet,
Flayer is
so-
just below you, like his head is at waist height.
Is it? Let's see if I can separate it from his body.
Okay.
Okay. Just no. Yeah. 28
That's it.
for 14 damage,
14 damage.
and then 12.
Okay.
You do have Bardic.
I do have Bardic. It's a D8, isn't it?
D8.
15.
That is a hit.
Oh, thank God. And that is 11.
11 damage. Okay, so spurred on by Katya's words, you deliver 2 strikes. The Mind Flayer kind of brings its arms up to catch your blade with the psychic energy around its hands. The first blow, it is knocked down, and you see its foot touch the surface before it kind of pulls itself back up. The second attack.
He's sturdy.
Keeps its mental fortitude, and then it turns to look at you. Anything else, Hiram?
Hold on. Oh no, I don't think I can do anything else annoyingly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oof.
So, the Mind Flayers, the surviving Mind Flayers, these 2 on the far end of the pool, they levitate up, and they kind of move up towards the dais. Well, they kind of levitate up to the top of the dais, and they look to each other, and
The numbers work against us. Let us balance the odds.
Uh-oh.
they say to one another. And Hiram,
Yes.
Oh no.
one of the Mind Flayers kind of reaches into your mind. Can I have a DC 15 Wisdom
What a
save,
monster! What?
It affects humanoids as well.
Oh, I didn't like that at all. Okay. 16. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so the first Mind Flayer reaches in, and
The mind is strong. Help.
and the second one also casts it.
no.
Ah. 11. But I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on, please.
Yeah,
19. Yes.
That's what we like to see.
Okay, so Hiram, you feel your mind being taken over by the 2 Mind Flayers concentrating on you, but you manage to force your way through it, and your mind remains your own. They look to one another and
Troubling.
they say.
Most irregular.
Okay. One of them,
It.
Mhm.
the one that you were just attacking a moment ago, Hiram.
Come at me, bro.
Don't do it.
Turns
I
to
mean,
you.
better me than everyone else.
It turns to look at you, and while you're distracted by its 2 brood that just try to dominate you, and as you kind of open your eyes and roar out and maintain your control, you notice that the one that you just attacked is lunging at you. Its tentacles splayed out. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. It kind of swoops up alongside you, but you bat it to the side as its tentacles try to wrap around your head, but you manage to push it aside. And then it kind of reignites the psychic blades around its fists. Zumbo.
Yeah, I think rinse and repeat, really. Keep machine gunning.
Okay.
I'm going to keep up the barrage on that one.
Okay.
Zumbo's nickname should be Gatling.
Yeah. Okay, 22.
22 is a hit.
So that's 8 plus 6.
Plus.
So 10.
So 10 damage, and it's blown back 10 feet.
Yeah. And I'll just hit it again. Why not?
Sure. As an aside, it's going to get +2 to its save now from the height of the dais.
Okay. I only rolled a 10 anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Okay. So you throw the second, and it splashes onto the edge of the dais as it's blown away.
I'll use my bonus action to move the tentacle to stand behind Hiram.
Okay.
Does he take a concentration check as well for his levitation?
He does indeed. Thank you very much. You hear a crash as the thing thuds to the ground.
Yeah, so the tentacle it'll dive into the ground like it's burrowing, and then it'll burst out in a splash of brine behind Hiram.
Okay.
And smack Mr. Tentacle.
Yeah.
Not so good this time.
Okay, so it tries to lash out, but Hiram instinctively parries away the tentacle. After his
wasn't trying to hit Hiram.
Yeah. Anything else, Zumbo?
No, that's. I think I'm happy with where I'm stood. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Slate.
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 I think I'm going to do something quite stupid.
Yay!
Stupid's what we need in this fight, yeah.
Sorry, just before your turn starts, I should just say the rumbling that shook you out of your stupor.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, you notice that the rumbling seems to be significantly lessened now, and you all feel this kind of like your legs start to feel a bit wobbly, and you feel this almost kind of downwards lurching in your stomachs.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Are we dropping again?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh dear. So, can I just check?
Mm-hmm.
Do I recall Mind Flayers? Have they got high wisdom?
You can give me a nature check as a bonus.
I will. I will do a big nature check.
Nice.
Okay, so Mind Flayers are... They possess great mental fortitude, yes.
Fine.
Across the board, in fact.
Fine, whatevs. Okay. And... Okay, fine, I'm just going to do this. It's going to be fine. From the very back of the room, I'm going to cast... I know they're not really good, they're great at magic stuff, but I'm going to still cast this because screw it. And I'm going to cast it at level 4.
It's impressive.
Quite a bit of suspense you're building here. There
Oh,
we go.
no!
Wow!
Holy moly! Okay, so Slate, as you kind of shake your mind free of the mental assault, you lift your hands up, and
what a comeback!
Lightning crackles between your fingertips as you create a thunderstorm inside the room.
Wow.
Wow.
Sizzle! Burn!
Sizzle,
Be
my
surprised!
Sizzle.
Yeah.
Right, so what do I need
mean,
to
shot.
do? A
That's
bolt of
what-
lightning flashes down. Each creature within 5 feet of that point.
Oh, really?
It's a 10-foot cylinder. Oh no, with a 60-foot radius.
So the
Okay.
storm you've created is a 60-foot radius. You then choose a point and zap something within 5 feet of that point.
Get rid of the one back there before he can cast any more spells.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay. So as you
Bam.
create this storm, the mind flayers kind of look up, just as this lightning bolt arcs down. Each creature must make a dex save. There's a part of me that thinks, would it get its advantage?
Does prone like?
It's a magical effect. It is a magical effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so it attempts.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh,
it puts
nice.
a hand out and kind of diverts the lightning around it as best it can. But roll for damage.
So that is what? 20,
22.
22 plus 8?
11.
Divided by 2, so 11?
11 damage. Okay. And you smell this burning rubber as the Mind Flayer does its best to divert your lightning attack. Buzz. Anything else, Slate?
I mean, I'd love to turn into something to save myself, but I don't want to lose this beautiful lightning cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, just get behind some rock or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and hide. I'm gonna go cower over here.
Okay. Next up is Drawl. As Drawl gets up, so that'll be half movement, bear in mind.
Son of a... I guess I'm not going after that guy then. 20?
Okay, so as Drawl runs around up onto the bridge alongside Hiram, who's fighting against the Mind Flayer.
He leaps into the air. The greatest of ease.
That is a
Very
hit.
natural.
Chomp.
He does 12 damage. And he grabs on to hit the robes and starts yanking downwards, so...
Yeah, so strength check. It passes. Is it kind of, you grab on it and you try and pull it down, it just kind of boots Drawl in the side of the chops to make him let go?
Does he get con save though?
However... He does. Yeah, these Mind Flayers don't like walking.
That's the turn.
Okie dokie. Balthazar.
Balthy boy will wake up and go, oh, I feel dizzy. Oh, wait a minute. And then we'll go forward. We'll cast Bless at second level, targeting Hiram, Badger, Zumbo, and himself. You get D4s on your saves and your attack rolls.
Hiram, Badger,
yeah,
yourself,
yep,
and
Zumbo.
That's really helpful, thank you.
That's fantastic.
Hashtag blessed.
And
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move here.
Okay, move to the flank of the room.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you kind of channel Azuf's light through the room, anything else?
Bonus action Shillelagh. That is my turn.
Okay. At the top of round, Badger.
I really want to get rid of that guy up there. Really, really want to get rid of him. So 5, 10, 20, 5, 30, 35, 40. And now I could either dash or... How high up is he? How high up is that?
So that D is about 10 foot up, and the stairs are just to... Yeah. So you'll be able to jump it, or there's the stairs just in front of you.
Can you step with the wind it?
I mean, I can jump 10 foot regardless. It's fine. It's just a toss up between whether I water whip him down. I have to spend a key point regardless.
Bear in mind, as it is right now, you probably can't see him because he's because of the height difference. You can see the.
But I know he's up there though.
You know he's up. You know there's two of them up there for sure.
Hey, tell you what.
This lightning effect is impressive.
I'm gonna bonus action dash. So I'm gonna use a key point for that, which means I can get 5, 10. Okay, and then I'm gonna fiery fist him.
Okay, so you're 10 foot up.
Is he on the same level as me now?
Here, yeah, kind of on one knee, having just been knocked down from the sky by Zumbo.
I'm probably just gonna keep using my quarterstaff, to be honest.
Okay.
It's a 26 to hit
That's it.
for 10 damage.
Okay. The creature looks up and sort of like kind of lunges at you, and you manage to jam the staff into its mouth, and you feel something rip at the end of your staff as you and kind of pull it back. But the mind flayer, the tentacles kind of lash out at you, and then they go limp either side of the quarter staff, and it slides backwards onto its
awesome
back.
How far did I say I'd gone in my
20.
dash? 20. I don't really fancy my chances taking on a Mind Flayer one-on-one, so I'm going to head back towards the group. So I guess 25, 30, 35, 40, and that's my turn. Oh, hang on. I guess, yeah, there's nothing to second attack, so that's fine. I'm done.
Cool. Okay, let me put some heights on these just to make it a little bit easier. There we go. Right, so after Badger, what does Katya do?
I have a question, because Ursula sent me those 3 alchemist fires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I keep them or did I give them to someone else?
Ooh.
I don't think they were actually given out during
Did you give them to Balthazar for potentially setting the ships on fire? Do I remember wrong?
I think, didn't you give them to Emily?
I don't think I would have given them to Emily.
No.
Oh my goodness. Here I would have told me off if I had done
I
that.
don't know, I feel like you did.
I think I talked about giving them to
Yeah,
Emily.
I think we discussed it, various plans.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
not
I
sure
was
we actually
terrified
did.
that it never happened.
So I assume that they're still within catches, because I haven't got them in my inventory, but I assume catches still got them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question number 2. This thing in the middle is a beating heart, correct? Or some sort of beating organ?
It's throbbing with light, but you've not gotten close enough yet to know.
That's fine, but there's a throbbing light coming from the pool.
Yeah.
Question number C.
Mm-hmm.
Does alchemist fire burn underwater? Is it like napalm?
I guess it would be. That's why it's alchemists.
Cool.
But it does burn out.
The kids.
It does burn out.
Napalm the crash.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's going to do. She's just going to basically, she's going to pull out an alchemist fire.
So as you get to the pool's edge, you can see that it is in fact a pool with this bridge running over. There are a number of kind of almost kind of intestine-like tubes that crisscross round it. There's these little kind of tadpole-y looking worms swimming around inside it. They begin to converge towards you as you stand looking down at it.
She presses on the cork just as it pops. She throws it just as it pops. So as the air starts mixing with it to engage it, all the liquid hits the water, and she's going to basically throw the alchemist fire into there and says, "Hey, squid face!"
Okay. As you do that, then the alchemist fire hits the surface, and there is a boom and a bang, and you hear a loud screech as the creatures ignite.
Amazing.
And the waters of the pool surface bursts into flames.
Oh! Why is everything flames so much more than I expected to?
And the 2 remaining mind flayers look to you and kind of hold a hand out.
And I guess for my bonus action then, she's going to be like, "Hiram, get him!" And throw your bardic inspiration. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Hiram. The mind flayer in front of you is like its eyes are wide as it looks from side to side as the flames lick across the surface of the pool, and the flames kind of reach up to pretty much level with you on the bridge. And you could, like, over the sounds of the roaring flames, you can just about make out the sounds of like this thing's popping.
Oh my god. Right, I would like to... I think I would like to swing at this guy in front of me in a way that would push him back and off the bridge.
Yeah. Bear in mind he's still levitating.
We will see about that.
Leave down.
Okay. But yeah, you can trade in one of your attacks for a shove.
I think attack first, see if I can
Yeah.
rattle him.
Yeah. Good idea.
Okay, so yeah, as you sidestep, bring in Argentus. That is a
18.
hit
16 damage.
for 16 damage. That is... and the Mind Flare... as it reacts, it is still floating, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine.
But it clutches at the wound that you just slammed into its side.
In that case, I'm just gonna stab at him again. And
Okay.
hope for the best. 26.
That is also a hit.
13 damage.
And as it kind of holds its side, it looks up to you and goes to lunge at you with one of its like psychic blades. As you kind of parry the blow away and skewer it through the sternum, it looks to you for a second, confused, and then it slides off the end of Argentus into the burning pool below. With a
I'm gonna shout from far away. Try not to lose all of them. We need their heads. Remember, we could make money from this.
Priorities, late.
We got one here.
That's true. Got two. Got one up there as well. We're good.
Okay. Anything else here?
Yes, I am going to move. I already moved 5 feet before. I would like to start going towards the stairs. So I'm gonna go here.
Hey, friend.
Okay. So as you kind of rush in, kind of hugging the terrain. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. The one surviving Mind Flayer kind of looks. Oh. Okay.
I do not understand of that.
Never trust a smiling DM.
Yeah.
It retreats.
Mm-hmm.
Begins floating back as far as it can. And
Oh dear.
it seems it readies an action, kind of adopts a defensive pose, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Zumbo.
Get him, Zumbo.
Okay, well, he is 90 feet away, so Betty is going to turn her angry eyes on him. So Hex is transferred to him.
Bear in mind, it's more like...
Oh no, see.
Yeah, you have to add the 15 feet on. So
Okay, no problem. I can just move, it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
5, 10. Okay, so go to like there.
Yep.
So hopefully I can see him now.
Just about. He'll get +2 to his armor again for the cover of the dais. Like the level difference.
Okay, alright. So would that be the case if I stood on the bridge properly?
If you go 10 more feet forward, you'll have a clearer line of sight of him.
That's great, because that's my movement finished, so that's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Alright, so yeah, I'll come and stand by draw and bonus action, transfer the Hex onto him.
Yeah.
And then blast away. 25.
Nice.
Okay, so 11 total damage there.
Okay, and the bolt of water, like it watches as the bolt of water comes towards it and it slams backwards.
And then 13 more damage.
13. Okay.
Solid.
And that's my bonus action and action and movement, so.
Okay. Slate.
So, I'm gonna walk up so I can be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go kablee and smash the one again.
Okie dokie, so it's a dexterity save, I believe.
Yep. It's
Okay.
DC 14.
DC 14, so first things first, has advantage and rolls a 15.
No.
How much
So it'll
damage?
still take
Oh, so I should just
4D,
say a 4d10.
4D10.
31, which halves to 15. Okay. And I forgot to do this a second ago, but Zumbo, off the back of your first attack, it's grounded.
Nice.
Okay, so it boom, drops to the ground and is no longer floating. And as it steadies itself, it then kind of looks up and dives out the way of this bolt of lightning that arcs down. Anything else?
That was my action.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only got a bonus action. And the bonus action is gonna be nothing.
Okay. Drool.
Drool
Dog on a bridge.
Drool's actually just going to retreat.
Okay.
And lick his wounds. He's got nothing.
Gotcha. Balthazar.
Balti boy, 30 feet.
Okay, as you run into the indoor lightning storm.
Yeah. And he will take his staff in and with the other extend it and cast magic missile.
Okay.
So, magic missile. Second consume spell slot. Let's go. Okay, and then we'll add +4. So 10 + 4, 14.
14. Okay. The Mind Flayer kind of brings its arms up and is hit by 4 quills, are they?
Oh yeah, good idea.
Okay. As it's slammed by 4 heavenly quills. Cool. Anything else, Balthazar?
That's my turn.
Badger.
Badger is gonna zoom 5, 10, I guess 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, or just 15?
That's 20. It's got the stairs.
20. Okay. 25, 30. I think I'm close enough. Let's do another. It's her favorite thing, the water whip.
Yeah.
Let's give me a dex save, please.
Okay. So you can see this Mind Flayer with its arms up, trying to shield itself from some quills that are impacting it as it's distracted. It looks up just at the right moment to duck out the way of the water whip. It grazes him, however, for
4. Let's just do the standard 1d10 damage. 7 bludgeoning damage.
So takes 3 damage as it kind of ducks out the way of your water whip, and it kind of looks up to you, and you can see there's this kind of inky blood running from various wounds on its body.
Okay, and then I'm probably just gonna back off a little bit. And that was my bonus action, so actually for my action I will probably dodge.
Doge, okay.
Doge.
Cool.
Please.
And Katya.
Problem is, anything I can do at this present moment in time is it's just going to have advantage on. Don't think I can get close enough to do any physical attacks to it. No, move back there. How far away is he?
Adds 10 to it as well.
60, so I am actually just going to forego my turn.
Okay, just dodge.
Dodge?
Yeah, just dodge.
Okay. In which case, Hiram, you've just seen Badger warily kind of go up the stairs and drop into a defensive position. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow her. Okay, so
yeah, it's double movement to go up the stairs, so 15.
okay. You know what? It's 20, 30. And yeah. I'm gonna ready
Slide
an
up to it.
action.
Okay. In which case, the Mind Flayer sees the two of you approaching. It studies you for a moment, and then you see it kind of pull its hand away from its side, and it looks at a hand kind of dripping with its lifeblood. and its brow furrows. And you hear it say,
Not today.
and there's a,
The cheeky bugger.
and the Mind Flayer just rips itself out of existence.
Amazing.
No, we needed that head.
So as the last fight, as that Mind Flayer disappears, Hiram, you're left kind of looking like, there's 3 dead Mind Flayers behind you, and then above you, about 15 foot up, you see a hole into the ceiling, and you can see through the hole that there's another kind of room up there. And as you turn to look to the others, just as an aside, because it's making me feel a little seasick, we'll stop that. So Hiram, as you turn to look to see if everyone's okay, thankfully everyone is still standing. Everyone looks a bit beaten up, but everyone's still standing. And it's at this point that you recognize that at the far end of the hall where you entered, there is what appears to be a stairway with light emerging from it.
Okay.
You say it's a stairway to heaven.
Yes, potentially. The stairway kind of backs onto the wall that you moved around as you came in, and like looking across, like the room is murky and kind of illuminated by these pulsing veins, but it looks like daylight from the top of these stairs.
Sweet. We're gonna rush to it, I guess.
Let's go that way, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry. Has everyone watched Ghostbusters? Like, they saw a door with stairs up with light. Did that end well? No, they had to choose between the Deformer and the Destroyer.
Well,
let's not go to the light.
I do want to point out there is no Ghostbusters in Cormyr.
I don't remember Ghostbusters, so I think this is fine.
If Mind Flayer asks us to choose the former Destroyer, don't think of anything.
Easier
Before
said
we
than
go,
done.
Before we go, I'd like to A, use my health potion,
Yeah.
and B, just look. Is there anything in this room that's like, there's no diadem, there's no extra bits and pieces that are.
You know that the diadem disappeared up through the hole in the roof on the head of that large, black-skinned, massive Mind Flayer.
Okay, and the hole in the roof just shows the sky.
So the hole in the roof above Hiram's head isn't illuminated in any way, but the staircase kind of behind you, from whence you came, there seems to be daylight coming. Like if you will, it looks like just a short staircase up to like the next floor, but the next floor seems to be open air. Or there's someone casting the daylight spell up there.
We're going back and not forward, so there's no point in going up to this one here where the guy just disappeared from.
The one that the large Mind Flayer disappeared through is literally just a hole in the ceiling, so he kind of levitated up. He just flew up through it. So if you've got abilities to go up as well,
I mean, I'm tempted.
You're tempted.
I'll come back for a minute though.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my healing potion.
Slate, you get 5 hit points back, and draw you get 6 back, and
Thank you.
the last of my lay on hands.
Woohoo! Thank you.
What's going on with this heart, Dan? Is it burning? Or is the fire still?
It is still burning. You can
Noise.
hear the sounds of little screeches coming from inside it, and it sounds like wet popcorn.
Does it look like if we leave it to burn, it will die, or does it look like we need to finish it off somehow?
It looks like whatever's flammable in there is probably gonna just burn its way through eventually. But right.
They just need some Gaviscon. It's fine.
It's literal heartburn. No, it's effectively we've just thrown a match on paraffin oil.
Yeah. I think somebody's looking down and then nods to Katya. Nice idea, Katya.
Thank you. I was hoping it might distract them, and it seems like it did. Hopefully, it's annoyed the one upstairs as well, to the point he's not going to be thinking rationally.
We can take this moment to drink any potions or cast any spells before you head on up. But I should just say that there's that swaying that you experienced earlier, and that kind of downward lurching in your stomach, that's still present.
Gosh, that's not good.
Hiram, have you dished hit points out yet or not?
Yes, I did.
You've done. Okay. Do we want more hit points?
I don't have a lot.
I would like to cast 3 rounds of Cure Wounds. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
How many spell slots you got left?
Quite a few. The lucky thing about being a druid is that sometimes I can just be a bear.
There you go.
So
You heard it here first.
I would like to hold out Narvla's sickle.
Mm-hmm.
And I will then cast Cure Wounds on... Who's next to me? Who's saying... So Hiram first, since Hiram is the first one to... I'm seeing. I will cast Cure Wounds. It's going to be level 1, because I've only got a few level 1s left. I get also with the sickle, I get an additional d4. So you get 8.
Yes, you do.
And then I will go to Drool. And I will...
Or yourself, you know.
Maybe. I mean, how well is Drool and Balthazar doing?
How much have I got? I've got 50 hit points.
Yeah, Drew's down
okay,
to
then...
21 of 48. I'm at half.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Drool because Drool looks bad. And again, holding the sickle.
Okay,
so...
and then one on yourself?
Probably will, because I got 23, but I could just turn into something from here on. So that's 12? No, 11 for Drool.
11 for Drool. Okay,
And then I guess maybe I should do mine, because I am a weak little baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump one to me as well. Let's get all the healing done.
And that's just gonna...
Right, it's 6 plus for
So
me.
8 for me.
So, okay, so, yeah, as the magic is enhanced, as it's cast through Narvla's sickle, Slate, you managed to patch some people's wounds together. Balthazar, you managed to patch some wounds together. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Would a minute of spells have passed? Would, like, Hex be down and stuff?
The 1 minuters would be gone, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, bless
How
is a
big
minute.
is that hole?
Thankfully, the Bardic as well is still on Badger in here, and that's
Yeah,
10
the Bardic's
minutes.
on, but I don't think the Bless is.
No, but bless is a minute. I thought it was 10. It's not. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
It be gone.
How big is the hole that the Dementor? How big is the hole the Mind Flayer went through?
What, the back of the room?
Yeah.
8 foot.
8 foot. Okay.
Yeah. So, as you kind of ready yourselves and you all kind of, well, all of you or all of you bar Slate?
You can fly up there as an eagle.
Yeah, I'm gonna be something big and cool. Just trying to think of what the best big thing to be is. It's gonna be the eagle, isn't it? It's gonna be the eagle.
You want to wait till we get up there so you can see what the situation is?
Don't move when you get up there.
Is that a... What the...
Don't move when you get up there.
What have you done?
Slate, what are you doing? What are you doing, Slate?
I want to go up the other way as a giant eagle.
Okay, you go as a giant eagle.
Guys. Caca!
Caca. Okay. Right. No one move up. No one move upstairs. We're gonna turn Slate into a giant eagle.
Whee.
Right. So we've turned you into a giant eagle. Okay. So don't you move, because I'm gonna move you for you. So everyone else, as you burst up the staircase, you find yourselves on what appears to be the deck of a flying ship.
So cool.
And it is cold. You are a long way up. You can see the clouds streaming past you as and at the prow, the front of this ship, there are large kind of tentacles with grotesque spined sucker pads, which almost seem to be pulling the vessel through the air. You can see a number of tentacles kind of slowly gyrating, almost as if swimming through water. And it dawns on you that this wasn't a room. This was a whole vessel. And as you kind of step out and move forward a little bit, and kind of take in what it is you can see, as you turn around and look, so you realize that the corridor that you came through once upon a time is actually the prow of the ship. You can see bits of rock and dust from the rocky tunnel at the base of the Netherese tower that you were in, and you realize that tower was potentially a little more than some sort of dock, a garage, if you will. As you turn to look, like over your shoulders, looking up, the back of the ship has this large kind of shell, almost like it's almost snail-like in its shape, and at the front of the shell, you can see what appears to be this almost kind of film-like screen into what appears to be some sort of like cockpit, you can only describe it as, and you can just about make out the shape of the large mind flayer attached to various tubes which move towards the walls and ceilings of this cockpit, and it appears to be, it's moving its hands, it appears to be guiding this vessel, whatever it is, through the skies.
Ermagerd.
Slate, you emerge as you kind of climb up through the hole in the ceiling. As you kind of flap up through the cramped hole, you find yourself in another room similar to the one you were in, but like your bird eyes open wide as you look around and you see another 8 pods.
Oh no.
Similar to the ones that were downstairs, and you watch as steam, they start to, you can see moisture, condensation dripping around them, and steam starts to escape their edges, and you can see the forms inside beginning to move.
Another 8? Are you kidding?
And Slate, as you realise you've stepped into what you can only describe as the dormitory.
The barracks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll grab a 10-minute break.
Oh god.
Yowza.
Oh dear.
Good.
Oh dear.
A shame you
Tend
don't
to
have
be
the
a
rest
bit
of the Alchemist Fire with you.
I have 2 more.
Yeah, but you're not not with Slade, are you?
Yeah, no. Oh, I thought you saw to me. Oh no, yeah.
I'll see you all in 10.
Hi.
Hello, it's Badger from the Warhounds. Every morning when I wake up, I resolve to help at least one person, preferably 5. If you want to help us, leave a like and hit the subscribe button, and follow all the fortunes of the Warhounds. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody.
Don't butter us up. 8 mind flares. Screw you.
Hi, Carl.
So we meet the Warhounds as they emerge onto what appears to be the deck of a large mind flayer flying vessel of some sort. If I could, Balthazar, as you step out into the daylight, and it is blinding daylight, given that you are piercing the clouds over the Dragonmere Sea, and you can see the water rushing by down below. You take a look, and you, with your history and with your knowledge, you know that you are on a Nautilid. These are space-borne vessels that the Mind Flayers use to move between the stars, and it's currently flying across the seas of Cormyr.
Fantastic.
As you kind of all look around, so it's difficult to tell what kind of direction you're. Actually, it probably wouldn't be that hard because you're significantly closer to the sun. Yes, you appear to be heading at a northwesterly direction.
Son of a bitch.
Towards the mainland.
Okay, gotcha.
As And so as you step out and you look at this deck, behind you, looking over your shoulders, you see the shell, almost like a snail shell of the vessel, and through a clear membranous screen of sorts, like a windscreen of sorts, you can see this large 9-foot tall black mind flayer kind of moving its hands around, almost like it's swimming or pulling things around with all these pipes and tubes attached to it. You, like, to either side of you, there are curved staircases heading up to a slightly higher level. You can see these kind of, these tentacles, which almost seem to be swimming through the air, but on the flanks of the ship. Everyone but Slate, what do you do?
Start climbing the stairs, I guess.
The stairs, yeah.
Okay. So, as you begin moving up the stairway, up onto the higher level, you can see that there is what are effectively 2 entrances to this shell. They're almost like, it just holds to the shell. Unlike the sides of the ship, which look distinctly fleshy, this, the shell and the floor you're on are decidedly kind of chitinous. As you kind of look in through these entrances, you can now all see what Slate can see. The telltale glowing pink pods of what appear to be more mind flayers. And you hear a from inside as you watch these pods. Steam kind of washes out from them and they begin to open up, and Slate, you watch as no less than 8 mind flayers emerge from the pods, and you see them kind of look at one another. It's difficult to read facial features, given that you can't see their mouths for the massive tentacles, but their brows appear furrowed as they look to one another and then look to you. Slate, in this exact moment, what do you do?
What is around me apart from the mind flayers? Don't say mind flayers, because we know they're there. But I mean, what is there? Is there any kind of like contraption that would help to run the ship to like bring it down or anything?
Well, to the south of you, you can see that there are 2. They look like, these 2 almost like bone-like structures which rise from the floor to the ceiling, which seem to be acting as some sort of kind of natural support. There's obviously the hull directly beneath your talons. You can see kind of more writhing intestine-like tubes running through the walls, through kind of gaps in the walls. There's that gentle pink thrumming light. Past the 2 support structures to the ceiling, you can see what appears to be a doorway. There's like an area that's closed off, like there's a chitinous wall almost. And through this kind of doorway to the south of you, you can see 2 more spiral staircases that seem to be leading up to something else. The room itself has quite a high ceiling, and it's kind of a rounded ceiling overhead.
Okay.
But yeah, you can hear these kind of like sounds of confusion, irritation from the mind flayers. But yes, exact moment. What do you do?
How ready are they? Are they needing to prepare, or are they ready to go?
I mean, the mind flayers you met downstairs were good to go pretty quick.
Okay, fine. Can I fly? No, not into there. Can I fly away?
Yeah, absolutely.
As quick as possible. How many do I get again? 10. Okay, no, 80.
80 feet, yeah. So that room that you're heading towards is closed off.
So it's locked?
No, it's like an enclosed room. So effectively it's a stairwell that heads up.
Okay, so it's not actually a door.
You can see daylight coming from either side of this stairwell, to the left and right.
Okay, I want to fly that way, so that was what? So I've gone 30 feet?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you'll have more than enough move that you can just kind of get the head out of dodge. So everyone, as you hear as these pods open and like a horde of mind flayers emerge, you hear a Gah! As this giant eagle scrappily flaps, like can't get its full wingspan out, but it flaps and scrabbles its way out into the open. And yeah, this giant eagle kind of looks to you with this panic look on its beaky face.
I'm gonna start like cawing quite madly, like, and then I'll just sit and turn back into Slate and just say, okay, there's loads of mind flayers, like 8, and we're probably gonna die.
So as a lot of you kind of look through, down the 2 tunnels, Slate is certainly not wrong. You see the mind flayers kind of reacting to you. They notice you are there, and they seem to be kind of moving forward. Badger and Zumbo, from your position, you can just about make out the cockpit where the leader mind flayer is currently piloting this ship. And from what you can see, it reaches for these 2 tubes, which seem to have these kind of wiggly tendrils kind of hanging out of each end of them. And it looks at the 2 tubes and then slams them together. There is a shockwave that pulses out from the cockpit. The mind flayers kind of look to each other. They look around, and then behind you, in front of the ship, some distance away, you watch as a tear in reality opens up, very similar to the plane shift you saw the single mind flayer downstairs do earlier. And it seems that this ship is flying towards this rift. Through the rift, you can make out a black, starry expanse.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
No.
As you look to one another, you look to the rift that you're hurtling towards, some, 200 feet away. You look back to the mind flayers, which are now beginning to get closer and closer as they kind of the curiosity and hunger begins overcoming them. Who's looking in which direction? Who's looking towards the mind flayers?
Me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's looking in the direction of the rift?
I guess Badger probably will.
Okay.
So I'm tied between the cockpit, seeing what that guy's doing, and the star expanse. I think star expanse.
I think just before the expanse opened, Badger had probably turned to Zumbo and said, "So, Captain, any advice on commandeering a boarded ship?"
Just before, as you finish that sentence, obviously those of you looking at the mind flayers, I suspect you're assuming defensive positions. But Badger, there's something in the rift, and it's getting bigger. And as you peer and squint, as you get closer and closer to it, you watch as a large, dual-hulled ship bursts through the other side of the rift, and you recognize it as the Hunter's Githyanki flagship. The hull, now that you're seeing it at eye level, the hull has wicked kind of blades that run along its side, almost as if it could run its side across a fleshy vessel such as this and tear it apart. You can see a number of figures moving about the decks, preparing. There's a large kind of curving triangular sails which span from the very fronts, the 2 front points of the ship all the way to the back. But the bit that takes your notice the most is that between the 2 hulls is what appears to be some sort of large cylindrical shape, and it appears to be glowing. and it's getting brighter and brighter the longer you look at it. Almost as if it's gathering some sort of energy. And you notice that the light of the energy it's gathering seems to be shifting in colour and hue.
Never mind, it looks like she's going to take care of it.
What do you all do?
So, there's mind flayers in here, Dan, right?
There's lots of mind flayers in front of you, and the hunter and her flagship is behind you.
Balthazar will tell him, Hiram, should we go in and fight them?
No. I mean,
What else are we gonna do?
We could take on the pilot. Try and wrestle control back. That's what you do, isn't it, Zumbo, when you board a ship?
Yeah, normally, but its crew might have something to say about that, Badger.
I mean, can we potentially go for something quick? Run in, get a diadem, run away.
Well, the diadem is on its head.
So we take the head.
We just pile in.
As you wonder this, everyone, can I have a
What is it?
dexterity save?
Oh, bad.
Oh, I'm not good at those.
Bad.
How far away from
Bad for
Hiram?
clerics,
Oh.
especially.
I think 10 feet. Let me
Oh,
double
good,
check
I've
that. Hold on.
I think I did roll.
Yeah, 10
but-
feet.
but
Oh, I rolled a 23 for you.
And you're a 3 charisma, aren't you? Or a 4?
Yes. 3. So actually, apart from Slate, everyone gets the +3.
Okay.
Not that Balthazar needs it with the natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's fine. So, Hiram, you rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Katya also rolled a 13. Cool. So, as you kind of ask yourselves what on earth it is you're going to do, as you kind of look to the mind flayers and you think about rushing past them to the leader, the pilot upstairs, you hear a and a rainbow-hued beam of light arcs from the front of the Githyanki ship and flies towards you. The Badger and Zumbo, you see the pilot wrench its arms in a direction and the ship lurches. As this beam aims for the front of the ship, it lurches, but the beam is traveling too fast and the ship is too unwieldy. So with everyone rolling at least a 12, you manage to dive out of the way as you're kind of you manage to stay on your feet as you jump to one side, and you watch as this beam strikes the front of the ship, and
Whoa!
God.
it
cool.
carves a hole through the hull of the Mind Flayer vessel you're stood on. The explosion, it rips through, and the edges of the flesh that it was touching are now warped and glowing with this kind of multicolored hue. The blast kind of catches a few of the Mind Flayers in the back unawares, and they are sucked through a hole in the bottom of the ship, and kind of vanish off into the distance as they as the rainbow beam kind of catches them. The ones that are left kind of look around, and you see them kind of in a panic start kind of floating around trying to figure out what's what. The lingering light that takes the place of the trench that's just been torn through this vessel begins to coalesce into the same kind of chaotic energies you saw at the top of the Stonehorn Mountains.
I need to get off of here
and
somehow.
as you look around, you see them, and they're starting to kind of grow and thrum a lot more erratically, very similar to what you saw at the Stormhound Mountains. But you also notice that the tentacles on the side of the ship have just gone limp. And you feel yourselves tilting back as the vessel begins to list and then plummet towards the sea.
Holy moly.
Bad.
Not good.
From where you're stood, then the three remaining mind flayers kind of look to each other, and you watch as they put their hands together and they bamf out of existence as they plane shift away. As this vessel plummets more and more. Zumbo, you can just about make out upstairs. The leader has strode forward to the front of the cockpit and is looking at the damage caused by this Githyanki vessel, which is now kind of bearing down towards the ship. You can see that there's a number of wicked-looking harpoon launchers on the decks. You can see Githyanki much more clearly now. They seem to be getting ready for some sort of boarding action. And Zumbo, you watch as this 9-foot-tall Illitharid takes the crown from its head, looks at it, looks down to you on the deck.
Oh no.
And he plane shifts away as well.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Our princess is in another castle.
You can hear the sounds of the flesh of this, the flesh and chitin of the ship beginning to melt and warp under the corrupting, chaotic energies that have just punched a hole clean through it, from one end, from stern to from front to back.
Stern to prow.
And yeah, these chaotic energies are growing larger. What do you do?
Balthazar.
Is shitting yourself a bonus action?
Free action, actually.
Free action,
yeah.
Okay.
How far away is the other ship?
Run for a towel.
Say again?
To say, how far away is the other ship?
The other ship is about 120 feet in closing.
Oh, for God's sake. Well, I want to just try and wave madly, being like, free us! Save us! We're not mind flayers, as you can probably tell.
Yeah. Right, gang, we might have to jack that ship.
As the Githyanki ship kind of swoops in at a high speed and sure enough hits the side of the Mind Flayer vessel and just tears a huge gouge all the way along it with the blades that run along its hull, and it kind of, like the ship that you're stood on, shakes. You see a pod of tentacles kind of fall away and kind of fall down into the seas below. The ship is now at a good 30-degree angle towards the sea. You have to hold on to one another or the sides to keep your footing. But from where you're stood now, you can see the water fast rising.
Are we preparing to jump, I suppose?
Anybody got in the fall?
That's funny, I was going to ask you that.
It's not a good sign when you're asking that.
Everyone,
Not a wizard.
roll me a history check.
Uh-oh.
And if we succeed, we survive.
Remember how to jump.
We remember how to jump.
Oh, that's good.
24.
22.
Oh,
What did I get? I can't.
Oh.
I didn't get it.
you got a 5. Well,
We've
crit
dragged
that
the
one.
group average down quite horribly. Oh no.
No good.
So most of you panic. Hiram, as you feel
God.
that tightness in your chest kind of grip around your heart more and more, you think for a moment and remember a little note that you read in a pub. Please accept these individual gifts for those times where you could feel like home. Signed, Chantra. As you open them, inside you find necklaces.
Ooh.
And as you reach for your chest, you feel the necklace that you got in the lame camel.
Oh.
And you notice that as you look at it, you notice it's glowing.
Oh, everyone, your necklaces! And I drag mine out.
Okay.
What about it? What about the necklace?
What do we do?
Do we smash them together and say there's no tavern like home?
Does it
well,
look...
yeah, go
does
on.
anything happen when you touch the medal itself?
As you reach for it and you kind of grip it in your hand, it feels warm, and you feel like if you were to concentrate on home,
Oh, okay. I think Hiram is going to grip it, click his heels together, and say, I want to be home.
Okay. Who else is doing that?
I think I'd watch Hiram
Probably
first and just.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all
we all
watch
have to
as-
agree that we're thinking about the same home, right? I don't want us all to get scattered.
We'll
you all
figure
watch
it out
as Hiram,
later.
Hiram grabs a pendant. You see him close his eyes. His eyes scrunch, and then you watch as Hiram vanishes.
I think we all do that.
Yeah.
And Balthazar, you take
That's
a
what I was
look at
gonna
it. Like you take a peer at it, and like the magic tingle that you feel, you realise that Hiram just, for all intents and purposes, cast the recall spell.
Okay.
It would seem that recall has been cast on all of these amulets.
Gotcha. So Balthazar will think of home. We'll kind of wonder where that is. He's like, home? 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 And I don't know, hope it will work.
Okay. So as you close, as your eyes dim, as you effectively close them and you grab the pendant, you also vanish.
Yeah. Catcher grips hers, and much in the same way as Beetlejuice. Home, home, home!
Drool barks at you, and its doggy-sized necklace also jingles alongside the stag's head collar.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I
as you
imagine
grab both of them, I assume.
Yeah, Catcher would have grabbed Drool and just tried to pick him up as best she could,
Yeah.
What you do with a... Oh.
Okay, so you watch as Katya and Drool, they turn translucent and disappear. Slate?
I would look at everyone else that's still left and go, do you think you can jump and do it?
Only one way to find out.
So Slate, as you yeet yourself off the side of the ship, you grab your eyes and you plummet a good 30 feet before you disappear.
So cool.
Teeth poses off the bat like, woo!
The ship is now at about a 40-degree angle, plummeting towards the sea. You're left alone. You can see that the elemental energies are growing and violently shaking. It would seem that they're about to detonate.
Badger's like gripping Zombo's arm with one hand on her pendant. Says, "Right, you next."
He's probably gripping his amulet of health, going, "It's not working, Badger. Home, home. I said home."
The other one. It's the other one.
Oh wait, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Zombo, in this moment, as it's just the two of you on this ship that's plummeting towards the sea, is there anything on your mind?
Just not hitting the sea, I think. and Badger not hitting the sea either. So yeah, he's keen to get out of there.
Okay.
That is not on his mind.
Badger, is there anything on your mind?
I think not hitting the sea is very high up there. But it's just, Zombo, you've got to do it now, quick!
All right, take us home.
Okay. As the two of you both clutch your pendants and close your eyes, you hear a... And when you open your eyes, Badger, you're still on the ship.
Oh.
Zombo, as you feel yourself tumbling through, it feels like dimensions, and when you open your eyes, you crash to the ground in a hump, in a crumple, and you can see the other Warhounds kind of stood around, kind of sorting themselves out, kind of dusting themselves off and looking around confused, and you realise that Badger's not here.
Yeah, just be like looking around for a Badger. Badger, where are you at?
And as you look around, you notice that the lot of you who've kind of gauged your bearings, you've all landed in a big crumple in the middle of El Hazir's Emporium. Ooh. And stood around you are the Six Sisters. And they look concerned.
We're missing one. We're missing one. Can you help? Can you fix it? We need... This doesn't feel like home.
Where?
No offense.
Where is Badger? Chandra says to you.
Here? Somewhere? Or halfway there? Or hopefully not still on the ship.
What do you mean, where is she? You made the bleeding amulets.
The 6 sisters look to one another, and there's a silent acknowledgement between the 6 of them, and they all encircle you. They hold their hands out, and their fingertips just lightly touch. And you see them. They close their eyes, and then their heads rock back. Their eyes are ablaze with magic, and their hair begins to flutter as they begin to levitate off the ground. You see the other patrons of Elazir's jump back in shock and surprise as these 6 sisters begin channeling some sort of spell. Back on the ship. Badger, you've just watched Zumbo, you've just heard Zumbo disappear. And as you look around confused and look down at your necklace, you realise it's got a crack in it.
Oh. Oops.
And as you look around in confusion, you can feel the energy kind of tingling, making the hairs on the backs of your neck tingle. You hear a small voice. Hello? What's happening? Help! Oh. And pulling herself up the stairs, you see Renna looking utterly bewildered. What?
Renna.
Badger? Why are we... Oh, this is a... Oh, no. Are we crashing?
Renna, it's okay. Hold on to me.
She kind of grabs you and... Oh, your necklace. You've broken your necklace.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. And she takes her necklace in her hand, and she begins casting a spell, and she casts mending on this amulet. And then she looks to you and... I think I fixed it, Badger, she said. Like, she shouts to you as the sound of the wind...
Yes, you did. Past. Well done. And
what
Badger,
does it do?
You need to think of home. And she takes it off and puts it on Renna.
Oh.
Just hold it and think of home, Renna. Quickly. You have to do it now.
And she looks to you and... she looks down at the amulet. And then she looks up. And there's confusion on her face. But then... she begins to understand. But what are you going to do? How are you getting home?
You don't need to worry about me, Renna. I'll be fine. I'm the leader.
I'll be right back. I'll get help, she says. She holds her hand around the crystal and she closes her eyes. And she...
They're safe. They're all safe.
Whew. And Badger, as you... the ship tilts enough that you fall to your back and you slide across until you're stood on this vertical railing as a stand, and you can see the Dragomir getting closer and closer overhead. You can see the Githyanki vessel kind of beginning to peel away. And as you kind of look over, you see the clouds of elemental energy expand, contract, and then your world goes white.
Oh,
you feel
dear.
What can only be described as the most intense, tearing pain you have ever experienced as the energies wash over you. And as you try as you might to fight it, you can't. And when you open your eyes, which is something you weren't expecting to happen, you find yourself floating in a sea of stars. And it feels like you're underwater, but you're not. And as you wonder what's happening, like, you feel yourself, because you know you were caught in that explosion, and you saw what that had done to others. But you notice this, like, you're almost translucent, like you're glowing with starlight. And as you look, the motes of light that drift off you, some of them disappear off into the stars around you, but others seem to begin to coalesce. And the form of Azarad appears from your motes of light in front of you.
Where are we?
Azarad slowly nods, and his face looks crestfallen.
I am sorry. I had not intended for this to happen. This is the Astral Sea, Badger.
He seems to struggle for a moment, because then he can see the confusion on your face clear as day, and then he says,
Once upon a time, you found a stranger in need, and though you knew not what you were facing, you immediately helped anyway, and thus provided a safe haven for a lost soul. You believed in me, you supported me, you cared for me, though the burden of my presence was uncalled for. You allowed me to grow and rejuvenate, at no small cost to yourself. You showed me compassion and joy in a world of hardship and sadness. I watched as you stood in defiance of it, molded it, changed it, much like we Githzerai. But rather than constrain yourself to isolation, you strove to make the world a better place. You did not shun me at my weakest. I weaponized my rage and turmoil to eradicate my enemies. I let revenge infest my heart. That I should catch you in the crossfire is inexcusable. Yet you did not take steps against me. The very essence of your soul was being stripped apart by elemental chaos. It is a fate you did not deserve, and encouraged by the lessons I have learned with my time with you, I would provide one final service.
At this point, you notice that this bubble of astral sea that you find yourself floating in is just that. It is a bubble of astral sea in the midst of an explosion of elemental chaos. And you watch as Azarad's form begins to peel away as he shields you from the explosion, whilst also funneling his own soul power into you to keep yours intact.
Thank you, Nix Bajaninko. Though our time has been fleeting, I feel more complete for it.
And with that, Azarad fades away, and with it, the explosion of elemental chaos, and you find yourself adrift in the sea of stars, alone. And as you take a breath, close your eyes. When you open them again, you find the blues and whites of the astral sea replaced with a warm golden glow. You reach out and you can feel grass, a breeze, and as you sit up and stand, you find yourself at the top of this large mountain, hill. You can see these rising peaks dotted with beautifully crafted buildings made of white marble and gold. Off in the very, very far distance, at the top of the largest mountain, you see this impossibly large tree. Large enough that it appears to be holding settlements of buildings on its outreaching branches. It's pleasant here. It's home. And as you kind of study your surroundings, you look to your left and you spy a little gnome sat on a rock, an old gnome for sure, with a cap shaped like a flower on his head, a green shirt with a wood brown jerkin over the top of it, idly kind of minding his own business whilst puffing on a pipe, which emits this gold smoke that looks like the clouds that gently lays overhead. And he looks to you and,
Oh! Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry, we weren't expecting any guests.
Oh, sorry about that. Where am I exactly?
The gnome peers at you curiously. The thing that's most curious about him is that his eyes burn with this intense kind of emerald glow. And he kind of stands up, takes a few puffs of the pipe, creates a few new clouds with it, and then he walks up to you and donks you on the head with the tip of his pipe.
Oh, you're real. You're here.
Huh. And he looks around. He looks down to his side, like he looks at the rock where he was just sitting, and fast asleep next to the rock is what appears to be this giant raccoon, which kind of snuffs a little bit as a butterfly lands on its nose.
You're in the Golden Hills.
The Golden Hills?
Well, yes,
he says. And he looks around, and at this moment, as you peer at him, it dawns on you that stood in front of you is Bearvan Wild Wanderer, known as, colloquially, the Forest Gnome. But he is the gnomish god of forests, travel, and nature.
We weren't expecting any new arrivals today, and you look significantly more solid than the rest of them. How did you get here?
How? Well, there was a big flying ship and some mind flayers, and then the Githyanki came and they blew a huge hole of elemental chaos in the ship, and then it all went a bit white and painful. And then I was in the astral sea, and then
he holds a finger up.
Mm.
My dear,
This sounds like a story that requires a drink. And he kind of walks up to you and he kind of puts an arm around you. Did you bring any luggage? How long are you planning on staying for? He says that, and I mean, I assume for a long time.
As long as I find myself here, I suppose.
He smiles and, don't worry, my dear. We'll make you feel right at home. This way. I hear that Garl is putting on a show tonight, and you should never miss a show from the good old Gar Glittergold.
Ooh, lovely. Is there anything I can help with?
Quite possibly, he says. And he does a quick, quiet, little melodious whistle. Come on, Chitika. We're going home. We've got a new resident, he says. And the giant raccoon kind of, an ear perks up, one eye opens, and it kind of looks round and... Oh, but I was getting ever so comfy, says this raccoon. And as the raccoon stretches, joins the Gnomish god of forest, travel, and nature, they lead you down into the Golden Hills, the eternal afterlife of all gnomes. And with that, we will call it there.
Oh, Dan. And Julia. Oh my god. That was amazing.
Yeah, all the feels.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, in case any of you hadn't noticed, this is Julia's last session with us in the Cormyr Echoes of War campaign. So, quick round of applause for Julia for sticking it out, and for the rest of you for completing session 28.
Wow. Thanks, guys. We'll miss you, Julia.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll miss you guys too.
100%. That was intense. And so well done, Dan. Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dan. That was lovely.
That's all right. No, thank you all for sticking with it. So, with that in mind, I guess that's all that's left to say is I'll see you all next time. I'll see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Julia.
See you later, Julia.
And with that, we have reached the end of level 9. It's always tough to say goodbye to a player, but I'm so thankful to Julia, the rest of the explorers, and to all of you for the support that's been given since this channel started. There's going to be a few changes as we head into level 10, which will wrap up the Cormyr campaign in its entirety, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we are. Another shout out to Birdie Maps for the amazing bespoke maps. There'll be links to their Patreon down in the description below. If you enjoyed this finale, please like the video and comment, and for more Cormyr adventures, click here, and to subscribe to the channel, click here. Once again, as always, stay safe, and may the realms endure.